Okay, it's been a long week. In this episode, what you're gonna see in this episode is when your body and your mind tells you one thing, how to double down and do the exact opposite. Because that's where you get your gains. That's where you get your character build. In those moments when nobody's looking, and your mind's telling you to shut down and shut off, and you do more. You do double the work. But anyway, you're gonna see that in the video. Also, you're gonna see, remember one of the last videos I talked about time boxing your distraction? You're gonna see how when I time box a distraction, an opportunity that came out of it. It was unbelievable. It was just random, but somehow my distraction led me to an opportunity. And we'll talk more about that. And then the last thing that I think is gonna be that's gonna be really beneficial to you is I'm gonna talk about why I'm actually building this vlog, this YouTube channel, and I'm gonna get down to the nitty-gritty of my motivations. So with that said, here we go. Those days when you don't feel like showing up, that's when you need to show up. It's those days when you feel like doing a little, that's when you should do a lot. So that's how today is right now. So we're just pushing it to the limits. Oops, I got a little carried away. I guess I had some aggression to get out. Whew. Man, I pushed myself to that. I really did. I really did. My body was saying, don't go in. Not don't go in, but just do a light workout. I was definitely coming in. That was not even the question. Let me say that. That was not even the question. I knew I was coming in. My body was saying, just do a light workout. You'll be good. Just do a light. I went against that, and I did probably one of the hardest workouts I've done in a while. So, whenever that little voice is going, double down and go harder. That's where the gains come in. That's where the character gets built. It's what you're doing when nobody's looking. That's what counts. So I'm motivated. I'm self-talking. I'm motivating me. Hopefully, it motivates you. Peace. I just want to capture this real quick about something I talked about yesterday of putting a time box around being distracted. So I did that. I gave myself 5 minutes just to surf the internet, surf the web. And as I was surfing, I was on LinkedIn, and I came across this post. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, nor do you have to read it. But the bottom line is this. There's a a company by the name of X Ventures. They do a lot of like innovative things in the technology space. And one of the things that they're working on is something called a family operating system. And basically, long story short, it just simplifies like the tasks that you have in your home, communications with your spouse or your partner, whoever is living with you, and just other things of that nature. So my wife and I talk about this all the time. We actually, try to use different tools and resources, and nothing seems to be sticking. So as I was on here, I happened just to put, hey, this is fresh off the press. I happened to put, hey, I would love to join this. My wife and I talk about this all the time. We try to piecemeal, blah, blah, blah. I already told you that part. And immediately he responds back, awesome, you are in, talk to you next week. So now my wife and I are a part of going to be a part of a committee that's going to be spearheading this innovation that can be launched in families globally. So, like I said, your brain is craving for clarity, and so that's why, the distraction it's telling you something, and you shouldn't try to fight it. Sometimes you just have to let it roam, and it leads you to a certain opportunity, like what just happened right now. So I just want to put that on the record of something that that just happened. That's fresh off the press, like 39 minutes ago. He posted 3 hours ago, and that happened 39 minutes ago. Boom. So I'm taking a quick lunch break here. I'm at this Mexican restaurant. I'm not going to eat too many of these. Anyway, I wanted to take a really quick minute just to share. I've been getting some questions like, why are you doing a YouTube video? So I just thought, since I have some time now, to share why I'm doing a YouTube channel. Oh, here comes my food. Right, give me a second here. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Just right. Yeah. So, why? There's three main reasons why. The first reason why is I always had this thought, like where I work in downtown area, and I always had this thought: wouldn't it be cool if my dad, who actually worked at PP&L, which is a company down here, I always thought like it would be cool to watch my dad go through his day-to-day life while he was working. I think that would have been cool to watch back in like the 90s or when you're growing up, just to have that on record. So that's one motivation why I started. And I started this 4 years ago, but I'm starting to take it more serious now because I just love the process of creation and documentation. So that's the first reason. The second reason is I've been journaling and documenting my life for almost 25 years. I have, right now at my house, I have 25 years worth of journals sitting in my house, like notebooks so I've always had a practice of documenting myself in my journal. I just didn't share what I was documenting. It was just something that I just read. And every now and then I would go back and read those journals. And say, oh wow, I was thinking like that. So this is just another form of that, but now I'm sharing it. I'm documenting my journal. I'm journaling in public, living my life in public. And then the third reason is I have a 5-year-old daughter. So back to the full circle moment, where it's going to be cool 5 years from now, 10 years from now, where she can go online and then see my day-to-day and see like some of the ideas and thoughts and like just what we did as she was growing up. So those are the three main reasons. There's some sub reasons why too, but those are the core motivators on why I started documenting myself and then sharing it up on YouTube. So put in the comments if you have any questions for me, any specific questions for me. I know to this point I've been doing a lot of micro, in the weeds, look at my daily moment stuff. And let me know if you want me to do more macro stuff, like stuff that's dealing with like what's going on in the world, some of my takes or opinions about that, if they even matter, to be honest with you. But I'm just curious to see, what people are interested in from me. So I'm gonna eat. I have this beautiful soup right here. You want to look at it? Okay, let me show you. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a chicken tortilla soup. Has avocados in it, and then my little secret thing is I add really hot habanero sauce, and then limes. That's what it's limes, and it definitely like during COVID I was eating this. I was eating it like crazy. The habanero sauce and the limes was keeping that vitamin C, was keeping me cleared up. So that's my little go-to when I'm not feeling that great or feeling in the weather. So. See the next one. Okay, I want to just share this with you real quick. One of the things I'm working on right now. Eventually, I'm gonna have be able to share my screen so you can see some of these things that I'm doing. But if you can see here, here, let me scroll. Give me a second here. The title here: product process, and prompts. One skill that I know that we're gonna have to develop and really get good at in this new era of AI is prompt engineering. So right now I'm building the outline of a product that I have to build a process for. So those two parts I've done before, I understand that. But the third part that's added to the midst of this is creating prompts for AI to help automate some of the tasks that you would normally do manually, that you can actually put it into the product and the process. So now that I have all the outline laid out, now I go through everything, and I'm looking for, okay, how can I engineer a prompt that will allow me to do this faster or quicker, that to make the process a lot more leaner and smoother. So I thought I would share that with you. That's something I'm thinking about like right now. So I wanted to just, document that as I'm learning and getting better at prompt engineering and writing it in like clear, natural language so that the logic makes sense and that you get the output that you're looking for. So I know a lot of people use ChatGPT and all those other things. They just like put like one sentence in and that's good to get started, but think of it like a kid that's learning how to talk. First it starts with babble, then it turns into like little small baby talk, and then eventually, as the kid gets older, they're able to make sentences. They're able to now start to speak some of their thoughts or their ideas, and then until you're mature and you can do more complex with language. So it's the same idea. You always start off with babbling, and then currently right now, I am learning how to be more, get better at engineering these prompts. So thought I'd share that with you. I hope it's helpful. I want to share this app with you really quick. It's called Maple. This is based on the last video that I, probably the last segment that I put out where we were talking about family operating systems. So I want to just show you. Maybe you didn't understand what I was talking about or just want to see it. So this is an app my wife and I are trying to use. We're getting a little bit better at it where we can communicate to one another based off of our household needs. So it serves as our operating system. But the truth of the matter is, like, we've used it for a couple weeks and then we stop using it. It's not consistent. And unfortunately, I'm the one that's spearheading these things and I'm not staying consistent with it. And I don't know if it's just having app fatigue because we're usually communicating through text or messenger. But this is an app that has like all of our to-dos, a family calendar, any updates, specialized folders. So this is pretty cool because like right here, my wife can put in, hey, get washer fluid. So rather than us like in the house, it saves it. The intention is it saves us a lot of time where we're not going back and forth in person. It's more async where she can put something, she can build a list right in here, like add what washer fluid, and I can just go ahead and do it. And then for like my daughter, if she has any things like her daily food schedule. So it's pretty cool, but like I said in that message before, it's not sticking, and it's just, it gets frustrating because how the modern family is structured, we're more on the move than ever before, and then we're inundated with so much other information or inputs than maybe our parents had growing up. So the communication was a little bit more smoother, maybe, I don't know. But I'm speculating that the modern household, just like in the business world, where there's different software and tools that we use, I always ask, why don't we have that for our families? Like, why don't we have tools and resources for our family to help manage our household? So I'm very bullish on what's called family tech or fam tech. Very bullish on this. It's just, unfortunately, haven't been able to get it to work for our family. We stitched together like spreadsheets and different things. So we're just old school in it now, manually doing stuff, and we use text and stuff like that. But I just thought I'd share to kind of further elaborate on the segment that I did with on family operating system.